Hi Geminis, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Weekly Tarot for the week of December 18th through December 24th. Just a quick recap last week. There was really a strong indication of unlocking major opportunities, so I would definitely take a look at last week's reading if you haven't already. And also your extended monthly for December, which will be linked at the end of this video, really strongly indicating the need to embrace both twins that are inside of you, okay? So it might be, you know, that one of the sides of your personality is more socially accepted than another side of your personality, but that doesn't mean that we reject that other side of our personality. Can you tell I'm a Gemini rising and moon when I talk? So make sure that you're loving both sides of yourself, okay? And embracing your shadow. So if you haven't done your shadow work, please do. I will be doing some shadow work readings. Or not readings, I'm sorry. Maybe I should do some shadow work readings though. Comment if you would like something like that. Yeah. So there's so much of this where it's like the recognition you deserve, right? And these new opportunities coming in. The conflict comes from within the house. Like the call's coming from within the house, Gemini, okay? So these battles that are happening, that like the power struggles, it's all something connected to something within you, okay? So the more you can tune out from the outside world, go within, okay? The more you're going to see your reality shift. And so this is the perfect time. It's Mercury retrograde, all right? Communication breakdowns anyways, you know, the less we can dive into the collective and balance within, we're going to unblock this. This is ruled by Gemini, okay? That overthinking, that fear, like it's preventing us from this, okay? Tune out the outside world as much as you can, Gemini, all right? So Mercury retrograde, yeah, you really got a strong message of going within and connecting to yourself, okay? And not paying so much attention to what's going on collectively. Obviously, you need to be informed, but how much of that time we dive into, you know what I mean? Like we read the article and then we go to the comments to see what people are saying, and then that triggers something in us, right? So yeah, please go within. Subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications when I post those astrology videos related to your shadow. And that's where that karmic shift is happening, right? And like understanding the patience needed for this, whatever we're working on, okay? Like, no, it's working, okay? There's actually a song by MGMT, It's Working. And for some reason, MGMT's really been popping in my head a lot. So listen to that if you need some inspiration. Like, it's working. And you're seeing the results. If it's slow, patience, okay? But remember, Jupiter's going direct in Taurus on the 30th next week, all right? So that's when that expansion is coming into the 3D world. So what are you expanding, okay? So this Mercury retrograde time, perfect time to start asking yourself, what am I expanding? Because if your thoughts are connected to things, you know, not aligned with where you want to be going out of fear that your shadow's trying to keep you in some cycle that is not serving you, now's the time to reflect, okay? Okay, but yeah, liberation, with that liberation, right, answering the wake-up call, loving both sides of yourself, you're sparking some major confidence here, right? Confidence, assertiveness, okay? And also the importance of that structure, right? Because air, you want to just flow. I get it. I'm water. I just want to, you know, let the current take me wherever. But we can't always do that, can we? Okay, it's got to be balanced, okay? So let us see what we got for Geminis for the week of December 18th through December 24th, 2023. So remember too, yeah, something to deal with boundaries too. Like I said, the more we can do that inner work, the better off we're going to be once we're ready for that expansion, okay? Because we want to have all that stuff healed, right? We want to have our personal boundaries. We want to know when it's time to speak and when it's time to just, you know, walk away from something. Like that's really important, okay? But we're all going through this emotional evolution together. And collectively, there's a huge powerful shift, and even it's connected to specific generations, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But it's very generational. It's very connected to Uranus energy. The last two signs got the Fool as a clarifier for this week's energy in different, you know, other different cards, but something very powerful is coming in. So nice. Okay, well, we are going to have to clarify that. Now, remember, next week is that full moon in Cancer, okay, and Chiron in Aries, healing insecurities. So when it comes to like those insecurities might come up very powerfully, but we'll obviously clarify it, okay? So last week's energy coming into this week is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is rapid communication. Yes, like this is like the energy of like a teenager, like impulsive, you know what I mean? But impulsive but confident, okay? But there's an immaturity to this confidence, right? Like this is like when like, you know, the ego is speaking. And so a reminder of like balancing the ego and the spirit, okay, within you. Like that's your two, like the twins within you, right? Because you see both sides of the coin. And so it can be triggering when we see things in the collective and we see the two sides of the coin and other people are just seeing like one side of the coin, okay? But there's something in you that is kind of like sparking this need for speaking the truth or standing up for justice or standing up for what's right. And so we do have to keep this in check. So it'll be interesting to see how this is clarified. But this is also connected to Taurus and Gemini. And so like I said, I think there's something really connected to us very much focusing on that Jupiter going direct next week. Okay, and the importance of our thoughts because Mercury is in retrograde. So we can have some like miscommunication, right? Even within ourselves, like we might be not seeing something as it is because of the retrograde. So we'll clarify that just to get some more information. But this week, you have the Ten of Cups. And this is what I want you to hold on to. The Ten of Cups is emotionally feeling like everything is in its right place, okay? This is contentment, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, all right? And I like the two here, like the cat and the dog. And like you can even think of that as like your twin energy of the opposites, right? And how those opposites can like live in harmony, if you will, okay? So there's something here that's this warm, loving energy of feeling everything in its right place. So that's interesting because to see the Five of Coins next week, all right? And this is ruled by Mars and Scorpio, but like, or I'm sorry, it's not ruled by Mars and Scorpio. I'm sorry. It's ruled by Sun and, no, it's not. It's ruled by Mercury and Taurus, okay? Can you tell the retrograde is getting to me personally too? So the Five of Coins is ruled by Mercury and Taurus, all right? And remember, we have Mercury in Capricorn right now that is retrograde. And so this is, you know, insecurity, financial insecurities, poverty consciousness. Remember, the roots of our shadow are here though, okay? And the light comes from within. So we might be, because we're healing those insecurities with Chiron and Aries, because that Jupiter is like, you know, going direct, there could be something that isn't fully healed, right? So we're feeling this and then something's triggering this energy, okay? But remember, like it's all about a choice, okay? So we could remind ourselves when this comes up, these insecurities, right? That there's a lesson there from this coming up. I'm not seeing this as necessarily like, especially too, because it's not major arcana or a court card, but like I'm seeing this more as utilizing this to clear, because you have the astrological energy gifted to you with, again, this is next week. So we have full moon in Cancer, right? Closure to sensitive matters, emotional closure with optimistic, right, energy and healing insecurities. So those insecurities might be coming up, but I'm getting that this is where we turn around and we see that sun, okay? So let's clarify all of this. All right, let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Also, Gemini, if you do like this reading, please do like the video, comment if it resonates, share with other people that you think it might resonate with. And of course, yeah, please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up, especially those shadow videos. Very strongly connected to people in your life, okay? And the Queen of Cups is actually ruled by Gemini and Cancer. So going again to like this very important connection to some sort of emotional healing that's coming with that full moon next week. But this is mother energy, okay? So it could even be too that there's some unhealed energy connected to your mother. It could also be connected to a Pisces because of the fish. But the Queen of Cups reminds you to go with the flow, okay, Gemini? And so it's interesting to see this air and this water, and what I was saying about, you know, air wanting to just flow and water just wanting to flow, right? There's some connection here to that. So take that how it resonates, ponder on it. But this is very nurturing mother energy, okay? And it's also like very empathetic and caring energy. And reminder, this is coming into this week. And so like I said, like court cards are people, okay? So this could be a strong influence that people have in your life, and how that is playing out. And also too, the fact, you know, the cups, the water and the fire. There's a very interesting balance of the dualities of the elements connected to the duality within you. So really look at your chart too and see if it elementally is like really balanced, okay? Or if you're off balance with your elements. I always recommend Pam Gregory's free birth chart. Check that out. Just Google Pam Gregory free birth chart and it'll pop up. But there's really a strong sense of energetic duality and that duality within you, and unlocking something in there during this retrograde time to take you to the energy that's coming in for 2024, which is amazing, okay? All right, so let's clarify the Ten of Cups this week. Why is the Ten of Cups here this week for Geminis? Why is the Ten of Cups here this week for Geminis? December 18th. Ooh, December. Wow. Also, look who's at the bottom. So this is, it's funny because I think this is connected, like the hairs are standing up on my arm again. Yeah, that confidence. This is again, like I'm getting this strong sense of this being the healing, okay? Oh, okay, so you got the Ten of Cups clarified by Judgment, okay? So I think there's something emotionally from this energy last week that we're putting to rest. And I feel like this is probably like very emotional for you. So I'm getting like my Pisces connection is getting very strong with this. And also too, like this Ten of Cups is ruled by Mars and Pisces, okay? And there's this idea of Mars as being how we assert ourselves. You know, Pisces, hi, I'm a Pisces. You can tell we're emotional. Also, like the movie Elemental keeps popping up in my head. Like if you haven't seen it. Because like I laugh at it as the Pisces. Because like the water people are always crying. It's like, yeah, that's me. Like all the time, no matter how I'm feeling. I express myself through my water, right? So there is some sort of Pluto too energy, right? But it's this, and you are liberating yourself. You are answering the wake-up call. You are understanding the need to not judge others unless we judge ourselves, right? And so it's that you do see both sides, so you don't need to necessarily assert yourself on one side type of energy. There's some liberation happening, and it's coming from that speaking your truth, standing up for what's right, cleansing something related to mother energy, and answering a wake-up. Like it's truly liberating. It's truly liberating having that emotional fulfillment there. Okay, so why is the Five of Coins here next week for Gemini? Interesting. Okay, I'm not pulling these, but it is interesting to see the Tower and the Nine of Wands, okay? So it could be just like emotionally, like I'm getting almost like this idea of like, okay, you understand what this feels like. You understand what the liberation feels like. Let's clear this out, all right? Because like there's just some sort of clearing happening. All right, why is the Five of Coins here next week for Geminis? Why is the Five of Coins here next week for Geminis? Okay. You got 3 clarifiers. Or no, you got 4. Okay. Okay, this is definitely too many clarifiers, so I'm going to do it again. But I just want to go through these quick. 3 of Cups, enjoying the abundance you have, celebrating. This is also Cancer energy, Mercury Cancer, okay? Standing up for what you believe in. multitasking, and intrusive thoughts. It's almost this, it's okay, this is weird, but it's almost a resistance to, like, there's something not healed within your shadow, that there's almost a resistance to everything you've been wanting. I know that might sound weird, but okay, please clarify the 5 of coins. All right, 5 of coins next week. Why is the 5 of coins here next week for Gemini? Because remember, you know, your shadow, like, it's, even if what you know isn't what you want, your shadow just wants, there's comfort in, there's comfort in the familiar, okay? Because there are studies that are done, and like 25% of the collective is hardwired for change, okay? And so even if you know, are hardwired for change, your shadow still, there's comfort in knowing what to expect, even if what you expect is a letdown, right? But remember, the wheel is turning. I'm telling you, that Jupiter direct is going to be important. So, Knight of Wands, interesting. So 2 knights, and I think you might have gotten the knight for your past life energy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of clarity on this with the feeling of needing to serve somebody else, with the feeling of needing to appease other people, okay? And that is what needs to be cleared. And focusing on the relationships in your life where you do feel the love, where you do feel the confidence, where you do feel that spark. Okay? When we get this energy, you're giving your energy to something that is no longer serving you. So let it go. Okay? Cut the ties. And it like I said, it has to do with some feeling of like loyalty or service or obligation. I don't know what that means to you, but take it how it resonates. But you're meant to focus on yourself, and you're meant to focus on your love, okay? So like I said, I'm getting, because this is clearing. So we might be understanding how we do a disservice to ourselves when we service other people. Very interesting. Okay, now let's get an empowering question for Gemini for this week, and then we will close this out. Also, don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead. And also, really utilize this Mercury retrograde. Really utilize this Mercury retrograde to think about like the ways that you can help with this buildup. Because remember, we're building up to this full moon that's coming next week. We're building up to Chiron in Aries. Think of the ways that you can utilize Mercury retrograde to reflect on the ways that we do a disservice to ourselves by putting other people's needs before our own. Okay, so how perfect to see this. I think this is important to ponder for next week, but what does love mean to me? And you're gonna know what love means to you when you're feeling it, right? With that 10 of Cups. What are those things that make me feel good while I'm doing them? Obviously connected to next week's energy. And how would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? All right, are you aligned with that? It's very important to think about. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Gemini. This week is everything you need, okay? And so hold on to this week's energy, okay? Because you're really gonna have a powerful transition here. Have an amazing week ahead, Gemini.